Channel. Today is Wednesday, May 22nd. We have a light day all across the board. We do have one WNBA game today. We have half of the slate for MLB, and then we got the NBA first game Western Conference final between the T-Wolves and the Mavericks. Recap of yesterday: all three tacos hit after 2 straight weeks of 1 of 3 of tacos. We had a perfect week for the tacos. My pairs, all three of them hit. The two mans for each sport that I provided, only one of them did not hit, which was Joe Musgrove. Everything else hit. The fantasy scores for the WNBA hit. Everything for MLB hit except Joe Musgrove. And for each pair of the tacos, I hit. Hopefully you guys paired it with your favorite goblin. Hamby was my play of the day yesterday, so I did pair that with my second taco for a full payout. But overall, a great day. We continue that streak into KBO, which we had another perfect slip. We're also right now 2 of 5 on esports on our very first slip. We're still waiting the outcome of the other 3. So far pretty good. It's a great start of the week. We're in the middle of the week, obviously. Let's continue the trend. For WNBA, there's only one game. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is a popular pick amongst the props. But I'm going to be taking her fantasy score to go under. She's a stud. She's going to be a star in this game. But she is going against Seattle. I'll be taking the under. She does fairly decent in the first game matchups against a new team she's been facing. But after the second time around, she does very well. As you can see, she played the Liberty. She had 26.4. She made her adjustments and got 36.2. So every time she plays an opponent, she pretty has not a bad game, but she doesn't play to her capability. Here's another example against Connecticut at 20.5, and then she had 29.1. So going against Seattle for the first time, so I'm going to be taking the under on her fantasy score. And I'm going to be taking the stud, Jewel Lloyd for Seattle. I'm going to be taking the over. She hasn't been playing to her usual self, but against Indiana, which they are 0-4, I believe, Jewel Lloyd should have a breakout game at 36. Usually last season she was in her 40 range. So I see her bouncing back with this one. I think she's going to have low 40s, and that is my top 2 for WNBA. Obviously, we only have one game, so that is the only 2 I like. Let's head on over to MLB, which unfortunately right now at the moment, PrizePicks does not have nearly any props up. So we're going to pass on that. If anything, if you want to take first inning runs allowed, which I did very well, I hit the 3 of 3 yesterday. The one I like is Bryce Miller and Nestor Cortez for under, and Reed Nelson and Tyler Glasnow for under as well. Let's head on over to NBA. First pick I'll be taking is Anthony Edwards dunks. Obviously, target is fantasy score will be my secondary option. Luka Doncic also fantasy score. It's first game. I'm gonna probably do light slips on the first game. I want to see who shows up, who gets the minutes, which role players are getting the most minutes, if anyone's on minutes restriction. So I'm gonna wait out on that until lightly. For the first NBA, as you can see, Michael Conley has been a wagon, but his fantasy score was at 24.5, 25 in the whole series against the Nuggets. Now he's at an absurd 28, so I'm gonna fade this prop even though he's been on a wagon. But 28, that seems too high, especially in the first game. I think Edwards is gonna come out and Towns are gonna do their thing, so I'm gonna focus on Edwards and Towns. Towns, I like his fantasy score or his rebounds and assists as well. Probably my favorite one as of now is PJ Washington's PRA at 19.5. He can get this on points alone, but like I mentioned, his productivity in his last game was as usual. He had 16 on PRA, but as you can see, he's been in the mid-20s. So that's going to be my probably play of the day for NBA. I'll probably be for day 1 of the Latter Day Challenge, and I'll post that on Instagram and Twitter once I get the pair that I like. But PJ Washington is my top pick for NBA. Other ones you can look at for points is Daniel Gafford. He is at 8, got some push equity. It was at 8.5 early this morning. It did get bumped down to 8. I think he's going to have 10 points in this one. Worst case scenario, he pushes. But he should get 10 points. You're going to need him in the middle for rebounds against the big towers, against the T-Wolves. But 8 points is very doable for Gafford. Naz Reid is another target as well. I will most likely target his points and assists or points on rebounds if I do go with Naz Reid. And Rudy Gobert rebounds is another option as well. But first game, don't go too crazy. I know everybody had a great day with the tacos. Make sure you guys have discipline on your bankroll management. Mix and match. Pick your favorite. We're still waiting for MLB props. Make sure you guys mix and match with your favorite ones. You can never go wrong with the Goblin Slip either. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support. Let's continue the streak. See you guys in the next one.